I have never left Toretsk. It is my first time. This is what 11-year-old Denis Skachkov was saying as he and his mum Olha Skachkova climbed out of an armored van. They were whisked out of their hometown in Ukraine, located close to the front lines where Ukrainian and Russian forces are fighting. The mother and son were evacuated to a shelter in the Donetsk region, about 4 miles from fierce battles. It was then that Skachkova took off her son's protective vest.
My child started to feel very scared. He was very nervous and worried. He was frightened. So I decided to go.
Skachkova's mother, who is 69, stayed behind. She said she did not want to be a burden. Moscow denies targeting civilians, but the UN Refugee Agency says about 5 million Ukrainians have been internally displaced by Russia's invasion. Many are from Donetsk region, which has been hit harder by fighting than any other province. Tetiana Sherbak left the eastern city of Bakhmut in February, a city that fell to Russian forces after some of the fiercest and most deadly clashes since Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022. She has helped to run this shelter since March and estimated that about 700 people have passed through its doors. Families with children usually stayed for a few days, she says, while older evacuees were harder to find permanent homes for and sometimes stay for months.
The elderly don't want to go anywhere. Many of them want to be near the cemetery, as they say, near their relatives. It's important for them. They believe in the armed forces of Ukraine and Zaluzhny, commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian armed forces. They think they will be able to return to their homes.
For 76-year-old Yulia Nakonova, who was evacuated from Bakhmut, it was a matter of life and death. She was struck in the hand by a sniper's bullet and lay wounded for 3 days. The Ukrainian soldiers who rescued her told her she would have died had she stayed another 2 days. Nikonova's roommate Maria Maliarenko, a native of the frontline town of Chasiv Yar, said leaving her apartment was a tough choice, even after the windows and doors had been blown out by shelling.
I never thought I would leave. I thought, let me die here. But you can't survive without other people. If there is no one there. There was a huge crater from a bomb, and the buildings nearby were burning.